Hello, Zelda Speedruns. Welcome, everybody, to the Skyward Sword Randomizer weekly race. My name is Space Rock. I am your restreamer for today, and this is also my first restream, so please bear with me. With me today is our wonderful commentators, Pac-Man Power Ghost and Cube David, as well as our two trackers, Vibrant Viola and Echo. Thank you to all of you for volunteering, and I really appreciate it. And I will go ahead and hand it over to our commentators.
Sup, folks? Time for more Skyward Sword. Hope you all are ready for this weekly race. How are you, Pack?
I'm certainly ready. I'm good. I'm good. Yourself, Cube.
Pretty nice as well. As I said, pretty hype. On restream today we have Skinny and Golden. I'd say two runners who I think a couple of people could know, since both of them were in the Ramlets tournament and even in the same bracket in Group Laneru.
This is true. This is true. This is also, I think, the last weekly race until going into the official Season 3 tournament. So, our last real
Yep.
showcase before we'll get to see our competitors go off in the tournament.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think the async qualifiers for the Season 3 tournament last until, like, I think end of the upcoming week.
Yeah, so if you we're still deciding on whether or not to play this season, you still got time. You can do one a day. It's manageable. Otherwise, what dungeons do you think we're gonna get? Let's get a gamba. What do you think? What do you think?
I am feeling ET, LMF, and Sandship.
Interesting, interesting. I'm hoping for a Skyview Earth Temple FS. That'd be nice.
Alrighty. Sounds also like a very solid dungeon choice. I guess other question, where do you think will spawn, like the general area?
Looking at the statistics, I'm just gonna say Zelda's room because it's so common. If not Elden, somewhere in Elden. Probably like
Okay, I'll go with
in the volcano.
Farron then, I think.
Yeah.
Magma Turf Dice spawn would be really funny. Yeah, and we are off. Let's see. Laneru, the one that none of us thought about.
Completely out of left
Sandship.
field. Oh, he's predicted
Let's
it.
go.
He's done it. He's done it. Alright, let's look at Barrens and Petro Caves and Gorge.
Classic Caves Baron, and also the Gorge Baron.
Interesting that Skinny D is electing to go into Laneru and also Golden.
Yep.
Is this the most common dungeon combo? I mean, it's pretty, like, you'll get quite a big variance. There's no general common dungeon combo.
Yeah. Exactly. As for starting item, it seems we have a Spiral Charge.
We'll soon find out. There's a few items that aren't on the B wheel.
Yeah.
It's also nice to see that Golden is choosing to ping Lightning Node potential information without having the items to clear it.
Yep. Looks like at least one check is pinging. And we're also getting the Laneru Dive from Skinny to check the other starting statue, which is Desert Entrance. So we definitely need a cave ski. this time around.
As Skinny D has shown through his gameplay, it's generally a good idea to get information regarding towards your statue, random statue, as you can find that sometimes you can clear other parts of the region that you can't normally early on in the seed.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm much more of a push Sky and Skyloft than my region, but this can still pay off pretty good. It's also good to get information about your starting region when you can come back.
Oh, absolutely. And it seems like none of the spiral charge rocks are pinging, so our spiral charge for the starting item is completely useless.
Great. We love Laneru starts with 0 good items to start with.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Just all the much
generally,
more stuff on Skyloft.
yeah, generally we find that Laneru starts are pretty slow. We got a path into Moldarak. I didn't catch the region though.
That was Elden Volcano. So we definitely need a Ruby tablet. I mean, we need it anyways for AT, but... yeah. I'll see also the Lumpy Hindstone as well. As well as the item on the chandelier. Golden now also making his way into the sky. And likely following Skinny's footsteps by talking to Ariel and then also collecting his 3 first hints.
Ah, so you collect all 3 instead of just the 2.
I guess, actually, no, I don't. It's funny that I'm saying that. Okay, top of LMF has a progressive wallet, which is possibly required. But yeah, I usually get 2 hintstones, once at Lumpy and Volcanic Island. Then I do my central stuff. And after that, I'll get the Gossip Stone at Bamboo Island. Sometimes I even directly go to Skyloft, and after I'm done with my central stuff, I check the all of the 3 hintstones. All right, anything on Pero? Just a piece of heart. Chat chest seems to be dead, but the chest near the god statue in Upper Skyloft looks like it's pinging. And we'll get to see Bazaar with the Potion Lady and some Pietro's talk.
It'll be interesting to see how our players will route Petrus.
Yeah, usually I rush the F out of it. To put it that way, I'll do the first 2 combos on Central already. Like I go to sleep either at Rinna's house or at Beetle's ship. Then I'll head back into Bazaar, get the Darling text, and then I'll make my way over to Peter at Bamboo Island.
Yeah, after finding out the chances of the item being sold, oh, that's a Triforce piece. It's been really hard for me to not early rush Petrus because it's like a 70.5% chance of having a required item, so that's like really good.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not it's actually required in the seed, it's better to get the item earlier so you can use it. So I find that rushing it pays off a lot better in these settings than previous test settings.
Yeah. Right, and we're immediately get our second Beatrice combo. So I think Skinny does basically the same thing that I usually do.
I assume we'll see a waterfall clear into a bamboo island and then return back to Skyloft.
Yeah. Likely that.
I feel like this is a pretty standard opener, at least on Skinny's side.
Sure looks like it, yeah.
And Golden Devil looks like he'll follow in the footsteps, but we'll see. Ping? Bro, dodging the money.
Wow.
To be fair though, 20 rupees really isn't that much.
Definitely not, yeah. And that's our first pack of crystals. And ballot. So we do have Thunder access, but nothing to do there. Except for getting another Gossip Stone hint.
Yeah, without the
For even
Goddess
more
Sword,
information.
we can't actually get much logically. Also the mitts, but we can just grab that check without the mitts requirement.
Yeah. And there's even more money inside the Goddess statue.
It'd be nice if we had a distance activator to go check Beale's shop, but alas.
Nope. Not for now. Ooh. King Sparring Hall and Desert's Path to Skaldera.
So it's likely that that will be a Ruby tablet orientated path hint, or an item that leads to Ruby tablet.
Yeah,
So
likely.
as soon as our runners get some sort of items to clear Lanayru Desert, they'll likely quickly rush back to Desert.
Yeah, I would assume so. Or we just get the Ruby tablet right here. Also works.
I mean, it opens up now other things like bomb bag or keys, so
Yeah.
So based off the item requirements, I feel like it's a good gamble to say that we'll get something like a mitts. That might mean some logical implications for bicycle
Yeah.
placement, maybe. Because
That
I
is
feel
very
like
well
it's pretty
possible, yeah.
unlikely that we'll get a bomb
Ooh.
bag in Lanayru.
Another half hint. This time for Tantalus. And again, we should go to Elden pretty soon. Specifically Elden Volcano. Since we have 2 paths now for the general region.
It's likely we'll see a Elden dip as soon as Skinny grabs it in Upper Academy. Or even Golden when he
Oh,
leaves
absolutely, yeah.
Central.
Yeah, I'd expect Skinny to clear what he can in upper, go back for Beatrice, maybe finish it. at the very start, and after that head back over to Eldon. At least that's probably what it would look like for me.
Which
Not sure
Triforce
if
was
Skinny
that, by the
will...
way?
That was Wisdom.
Yeah, cool.
So if we get the Triforce hint that another Triforce is in Central, which is not Wisdom, that could be really big information for runners. If that even happens, that is. We'll never know. So yeah, both of our runners basically clearing what the other one has already done. Golden traversing Waterfall Cave while Skinny finds himself in the sparring hall. Golden actually going for the rupees. Maybe that'll save him some time afterwards. Who knows? I guess for now, not that much interesting stuff going on. Just very basic Skyloft clear at the start. Things will pick up once we get to Elden, I think.
It's likely we'll resolve both of our path hints pretty early, unless something's locked behind Mitz or Beetle.
Yeah, that's true. I think the best starting statue would just be either the temple, basically anything other than the Volcano East, because that just gives us the least amount of checks we could do. Exactly. And Golden making the first dive into Elden.
And it's the dreaded East.
I feel like I just jinxed it with that one.
It's alright, it's 1 in 4 chance.
And yeah, both having a very nice recall, and that's a beetle at the cliff item. And that's Cave's key on
Cave's key.
Beatrice.
Okay.
Alrighty.
That is required for the
That is
seed.
hard required. Yep. Absolutely mandatory for our runners to finish.
Sad day for the Pietro
So the big
skippers.
question is, especially for the Pietro skippers, if this actually gets hinted on a Gossip Stone. Because that could change up some things. What is the... Oh, is that bomb back?
That is
Oh,
the bomb
no, I think
bag.
that's life tree. Oh, it is bomb back. Oh!
Tell me
Alrighty.
more.
So we can actually make our way out here. Out of Volcano East. That's fun. And what is that there at the ledge?
Looks like a monster
Oh,
horn.
just a monster horn. Okay. Yeah, peeking on restream do be a bit hard sometimes, but for this time we could actually tell.
I feel like I'm better on restream than I am when I'm playing.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because usually on the restream the resolution isn't that great. Seemed like a rupee. That's Thunder Dragon song with an extra wallet that is possibly required. Skina also getting his beetle and the bomb back as well.
That trial has some interesting implications.
Yeah. Oh, and that's Harp.
Oh. So we have instant
So we can even
access to
enter that
now.
trial. Yep.
I mean, we now have a projectile or distance activator, so we can check the beetle shop,
Yeah.
so we can see if wallets are going to be required this seed.
Yeah. I mean, since they're possibly required, there is definitely something on Beetle, I'd say. But we just don't know where and how much. I think he did, yeah.
I think it's just red rupee, so
Yeah. Okay, that is basically the last check in Magma Turf that's pinging. And yay, practice sword with Bokoblins. At least we have bombs for this.
did Skinny Bee just leave early?
Hmm. Interesting. This could be big for Golden. But it's not. Okay. Oh yeah, maybe because he wants to have God of Sword for this or higher. Yeah, exactly. Not doing practice sword
mean,
Bokos is completely understandable. Although you do have
normally,
the bombs.
yeah, normally I would agree, but we have the bomb bag, so there's still a quick kill.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just not typically a
Alright,
fan of
up here.
that check. Oh, hold on.
Was that a gold
Skipping
rupee or was it a
money.
green one?
Nah, it was gold.
Why are you skipping the money?
It's alright, golden won't skip the money.
Yeah,
Robot Brig is dead, so we won't have to push one
that's
at, or
something
we
you
won't have to
really like
open the
to
generator or
see.
whatever.
Yeah,
Makes pushing treasure room a bit more valuable.
absolutely, yeah.
For context, treasure room is like one of the slower checks to set up. So the more value you can get out of it, such as pings or not having to do extra
Yeah,
stuff like robot and brig, is better in decision making scenarios.
yeah. I guess that's true, yeah. Okay, that sounded like the rock got blown up for Golden. And gets the side up. Very nice. running up the wall to dodge the Bokoblin strikes. Probably not planned, but still amazing.
The finesse.
And it seems like that's chest on cliff that's pinging Boko base. I think. Yeah, and I completely understand that we're warping back to start. Because there's logically nothing available, I think, other than Laneru. Yeah, that's true. Bone Bridge, relaxed behind Cliff. But yeah, Chess on Cliff was the only one that I confidently could see. So I'll take your word for West of VT. But yeah, we have a way to enter LMF with the bombs.
There's also that path hint, so 2 reasons to come back here. Also the fact there isn't really much left in Central, I think, so... Or
Yeah,
anything
exactly.
at all.
Yeah, Golden will likely also just immediately grab the wallet on top of LMF. So he has all the money. And then
Money.
would expect both of them to head into Lightning Node since we can full clear that. And we definitely saw one ping at the start. After quickly checking LMF, the first chest. Because that is just available by opening up the dungeon. And yeah, kinda expected we're heading into Lightning Node. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if we get key pieces, right? If we get a key piece right here. For our Scaldera path. Yeah, and it's only that first chest. Oh! And it is a key piece. As foreseen, I guess.
Oh, I mean, it's an educated gamble, so...
Yeah, with a path to desert from Scaldera, it is incredibly likely that it's just gonna point to a key piece. Since we already found bombs and a beetle. The other thing would maybe be mids, but other than that, we have 2 key pieces left to find. Which is the most likely. And first chest is pinging LMF. Hell yeah. Quickly bombing the spume. Absolutely valid.
Spoon just gets in the way, so it doesn't really cost much time to get rid of him.
Exactly. And also the time that actually just really annoying. And that's a big key right off the bat. Or the boss key. I had to Wind Waker brained. Still.
That makes me a bit nervous for LMF. Because the earlier the boss key, the less incentivized you are to go back into the dungeon.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, getting the wallet on top makes perfect sense. And I think we're gonna see a beetle dip pretty soon after as well. With our beloved beetle.
feel like this routing at the moment is pretty linear. There's not much, it's not too
Yeah.
much decision making that it needs to be done at the moment. All the information,
Exactly.
at least early on, is pretty easy to read.
Yeah, Seed really likes to handle us for the time being.
Though, by getting all this information early, it does mean that when we're in the mid and end phases of the game, we're likely gonna not have a lot of information. So it's a bit of a worry as well. At least on
Fighting with
Restream's
these
side,
Technoblins with no bow or no Goddess Sword or buff is always a bit... I know, I really don't like it, but that's to be done. Speaking of bows...
well, we need that, so that's good.
Oh! Rip Skinny. Struck by a Technoblin. But at least respawns at the LMF entrance.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where he last entered, but yeah, that's fine. Not much of a time loss.
Yeah.
At least on Restreamer's side, we have a lot of information in regards to items that get us to our dungeons. We're just really missing claw shots, at least on our side.
Yeah.
And also Bellows. But we can skip that depending on how the seed is gen.
Exactly. That's a back of fire, no pinging. Something I personally don't like to see that much, especially without Hook Beetle. For, I think, obvious reasons.
It's never great to have to leave a check behind when you're clearing the region.
Absolutely not. Thinking, was there anything else other than shotgun chest and the back of fire node? Oh, shotgun chest didn't even ping. Okay, it's just some money that went straight to the floor since the wallet is full. Basically simultaneous activation of the time shift stones. Amazing. Oh, and the first two chests were pinging as well. Okay. More bait crystals.
I love seeing early
Hallelujah.
crystals when Patro is Baron.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's a Hook Beetle. So we can immediately actually finish Fire Node. So it is an interesting decision from Skinny to dip out.
Well, I don't think he set it up, but
Ah, okay. That's fair then.
he's going back in. He must have realized about the ping.
Yeah. Probably must have realized like, oh wait, I can actually do back of fire nodes.
So that sometimes can happen. Your brain lags a bit.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Space Rock.
Mm.
Bit of a Pepega moment. He was on half health.
Yeah.
Though I haven't actually seen someone like take damage there in ages, but I worry about it all the time.
Yeah, same. Honestly. And that's another wallet. Dang, we're getting rich out here. And
the
digging miss. Alrighty. I guess I have two general plays you could make. Either go for Beetle or you go back to Elden and hope that you maybe find claw shots as a Tantalus path. If that is even the case.
At least on Golden's side, he has enough money to at least peak every check, so it's probably a good idea to get that understanding up and running
Yeah,
as
exactly.
soon as possible. Especially if he picks up money along the way as he goes to Alden
Yeah.
after the first
I
dip
don't
or
know if
something.
he'll opt to go into the Silent Realm for that extra wallet. I don't think so unless he sees that he would need it. Ooh. We're doing reverse mine.
It's good that he's on half health too, because he can just hit it and then it'll respawn
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
area.
Ah!
It's alright.
Time
It's
for
hard
another
to get
try.
it at the first input.
Yeah. That's true.
I think it's to do with like the map first load in or something. I find it's just a bit annoying.
Okay. Instead we're going straight back to the sky. Also, I'm just hoping we don't have to money farm heavily in the seed.
I don't think we will, just based off the wallet location
Yeah.
already known.
That's true. Alright, Beetle, hit us. What you got for good stuff?
The man that makes the deals.
Rupee, rupee, heart piece, rupee!
Money, 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 money.
Incredible. Yeah, sword would be nice. Dabbling around with our toothpick of a sword. Oh yeah, right. And there's a sea shot and a sword.
Oh, there you go.
Sword on 1000.
It's a bit of a tough scenario to be in. I mean, the 300 check's free because of the gold rupee, but
Yeah, exactly. You just make minus 70 rupees in that case. Since actually first get the rupee value and then it gets subtracted from your rupee counter. Half chain
oh no.
object. What is Thoros Courage. Progressive wallet! Wow!
Oh my god.
Well, that's a scam. Basically, but at least it's a progressive one. Wallet plus one, yeah, and wallet plus one.
That is not
One's
a
an
great
extra wallet,
scenario to be in.
the other one's a progressive one.
I mean, to be fair, we don't have some items that could be hinted as possibly required as well for that extra.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be the worst thing to go in. and grab.
That's true.
But I
You know
feel
that
like pushing
the
Elden
crystals
will be better.
cannot be hinted as possibly required. Yeah. Crystals cannot be hinted as possibly required since they're dead.
Nah, we don't have a bottle yet on either runner's side, so that's another item that could be in there.
Yeah.
We're really just missing a few tools to push progression. The only dungeon we can really push right now is LMF, but without the bellows, unless we get an early small
Yeah,
key, we don't see much checks open to our runners, so...
yeah. What would there be? A hub room? Without, I think that's basically it then. Without a small key.
Yes.
Yeah, if we get a small key on the hub room chest, that is, then we could get into the key locked area as well.
It looks like Skinny might be going for his progression in LMF.
Yeah, quite looks like it.
I don't hate this play, because we need to get into the dungeon anyway, so finding out that information is
Yeah,
good.
that's completely understandable and reasonable.
It's really, which do you want to prioritize right now? Do you want to prioritize progression, or do you want to prioritize check density in Elden? Like,
Yeah.
neither or are really the wrong play.
Yeah,
It's
there's
just
no
depending
clear
on your
answer.
mindset and what you want to pursue. That's really what tends to happen in Rando, is you'll find that there's a lot of scenarios like this, and that will really deviate, at least our runners on Restream, and the paths that they will take,
Yeah.
because it's been pretty linear so far.
Yeah, like
but
this might be the first deviation we get on Restream, depending on what Golden decides to do. Also getting his cave ski of Beatrice.
No future skippers today.
Nope. Okay, Western
Looks
is
like
not pinging, and looks like complete right side is dead.
Yikers. We'll not be seeing any
Okay.
bricks to get in there early either.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Only ping we had was Armos in there. Oh, I see boss key chest pinging. I see the shortcut chest pinging, and hub room is nothing. Ugh. And Golden is following the check density in Elden.
Is Skinny gonna
Yeah,
do
then
some
MF
bitch shenanigans?
might be. He'll be
Oh,
trying to
let
get
out.
the shortcut chest, or he'll be going for the bit warp. Yeah, that's true.
There was a ping on that west room, wasn't there? Or was that
It was the
the
Western chest, but I think either Amos or First Cross Base were pinging.
yeah.
Definitely one of those. Purchase crystals are dead. Great hint to get. Honestly. Well, there's a
There's
bottle.
the empty bottle.
So yeah, we can push Oriel theoretically once it lines up. And there are the Gust Bellows. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Dang.
so because of that location and Bellows, it's likely any huge time commitments of Bellows-less skips will likely cost Skinny decent time.
Yeah.
Since Golden's probably just gonna use the Bellows with a bit warp and potentially full clear.
Yeah, I'd assume so. Oh, and he actually did the shortcut chest RBM. So we might see Pinwheel as well.
I feel like if you're Skinny D right now, you're thinking that the Bellows wasn't going to be in Alden Volcano, and using that
Yeah.
gamble has decided to push the dungeon, which is still good because you could potentially gain an advantage of clearing a bit earlier than intended. But you will leave out that one check LMF boss key.
Mm.
So, saying that, we do have a lot of bait pings right now, so there's potential
Yep.
to have like gratitude crystals or like a wallet on boss key.
Yep. There are 5 shield earrings on the 4th deck spot.
And scale as well.
Mm. So that'll be a rather pleasant first Farron dip once we get there.
Although these items don't really open too much at the moment. I think they open like one check right now and 2 hint stones for golden.
Yeah. To all the other metal stuff in Elden. Fire shield earrings, the Gust Bellows for the wind, Water Dragon scale.
Not the most valuable thing we could be getting from shortcut chest there on the skinny side.
Mm.
For a second I thought, why is he hopping on the minecart? And I realized he doesn't have bellows.
Yep. We have to do my cut up.
It's a little finicky to jump on the minecart.
Yeah, it is tricky.
I find the left side's easier for me than the right, but it's the opposite in HD. Which is really weird, but it's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess.
That's true.
Okay, so we got a nice beetle set up for minecart ride. It'd be interesting to see what items that Golden ends up getting because of the bellows. whether or not it's actually going to be too punishing on Skinny D.
Yeah. Yeah, it will be really interesting to see.
I'm not too sure what his philosophy is on LMF boss key either. So potentially see Golden clearing this dungeon for a little while longer.
Oh, Skinny deciding to already do Boulder Rack. Okay. I was already wondering why Skinny is still in here. Saving as well, just in case Battlesless Boulder Rack fails on him. And maybe gambling that he doesn't have to return. But I don't know what exactly goes through his head.
Well, there is 2 checks we can get at the end of this dungeon here. And unlike the other
Yeah.
dungeons with Goddess Sword, well, normally without a Goddess Sword you can't finish a dungeon, but in this instance we actually can, because it's LMF
Yep.
and it doesn't require a crest hit.
Yep. The only dungeon to do so. All the other ones require at least God of Sword to be finished. Biggest thing might actually be like getting claw shots at the end here.
That or a
Is
caves key. Oh, not a caves key, a ET key. What am I talking about?
Yeah, exactly, because both of them would give us access to another dungeon, and that is Battlesless Moldy, done by Skinny. Very nice.
Lovely stuff. Clap, clap.
Yeah. It's also gonna be interesting to see what else is in here. Alright, that's a downgrade.
Yikes.
Straight up.
Getting a bit nervous for Skinny D here. We're about to find out both if there's anything on the end of the dungeon, as well as
Yeah.
there's something else in Lanayru mining facility.
I could definitely see like a pretty important item to be here. As you said, likely claw shots, maybe key piece, very maybe even emerald tablet. Okay, nothing at the end. So I think probably just gonna be progression inside of LMF.
There is a region I think we haven't really checked though. I don't think our runners have checked much of Thunderhead. Did they go for the
Skinny went for the Gossip Stone,
but not the
but
chest?
yeah, did
Maybe
not
it
go.
didn't ping. And
That
I'm
could also be.
tripping. I assumed he pinged it.
Yeah.
And he would have already gotten it, so I guess we will be seeing progression most likely in LMF, but there's still the
There is a
possibility that
chance.
It's
And it's not
elsewhere.
here. Oh, there's a not required Smokey.
That would have been a lot better on LMF boss key for Skinny, but that's good for. Well, maybe it's not actually great for either runner because you could deduce based on item placement if it was on LMF boss key.
Yeah. First crawl space is also pinging. So do checks that might come back to bite Skinny.
I know on like a Restream side we have a bit of knowledge that going to
Oh,
oh god.
that could be really bad for Skinny.
To be fair though, it could be hinted. So
Yeah,
it's
if it
not
is hinted, that would be really good for Skinny. But I would basically say, oh, there's even a third ping in here.
yeah, I thought I noticed the ping in the spike maze.
Yeah, I think the best case for Skinny would actually be if something like claw shots are actually here, because that would lead to a bottleneck rather soon-ish. And so he would get the Triforce as well. Once he has his bellows. Yeah, Skinny does still not have the Gust Bellows yet.
He should be getting that soon though, as he's
Yeah.
pursuing the mid-locked checks at the moment.
I hate these little things.
Still don't know what they're
So-
called.
Yeah, same. Dense power with Emerald Tablet. Oh!
So the seed requires you to come back to LMF, at least on Skinny's side.
Yeah. Oh, they're called Maracas. Okay.
We at least know that Skinny D will be forced to come back here in a bottleneck scenario.
Facehugger's work. You're not wrong, Featherblade.
So we have a pretty stacked LMF in this instance.
Yeah, absolutely. Also saving right here to prepare for a Death Warp, I assume? For Golden. There are Skinny's earrings. And he gets the minecart hop pretty quickly. As well.
It's
Mini
interesting that
Waldies do sound kind of cute, yeah.
mini moldies. I find it interesting that both runners did the beetle setup for the minecart ride instead of the bomb bag.
Yeah. I noticed that hopping onto the left side of the minecart is easier for me, but then you would also need to get the bomb timing. Or, like, not the bomb timing, but place the bomb and hop onto the left side quickly enough. So the minecart doesn't ride without you.
I think at least for the beetle setup, it's a lot more easier on the right side of the
Oh yeah,
minecart.
that's true.
Because you don't tend to fall as much off, whereas the left side you tend to fall a lot, and there's like a small window where you can jump on.
Yeah. Oh wait, I just noticed Fletcher's Crystals has Tim. I couldn't really see it on Golden's side. But yeah, I guess we will not see Tim picked up by the runner.
And Golden Devil is choosing to pursue the LMF bus key. Pretty safe play on his side. Though a bit of a time commitment.
If it doesn't pay out, yeah. This might just be crystals in the end. Which would be the worst possible case. This is why I don't really like Baron Betrow seeds.
No, because it really devalues your pings.
Exactly.
I feel like in that scenario where you do get your Patro Baron, check density is a lot more powerful than pursuing just pings, I feel.
Mm.
It looks like Skinny D's gonna go back to Skyloft and push the bottle check.
Yep, it looks like it. I think he also hasn't checked Colin, item from Colin yet. Oh yeah, and the
True.
Knight Academy bell as well. Oh yeah, and happy 1 hour everyone, since we have just crossed the 1 hour mark. We still don't have a sword, but our Skinny D and Golden Devil are still hanging in there, clearing their respective seats. And also thanks for tracking to Echo and Vibrant Viola, doing an amazing job. For keeping the little packers up to date, doing lots of clicks. And also big thanks for Mycocom Pacman, Pyro Ghost, for giving very valuable insight.
And for Cube David for being the lad, the myth, the legend, commentating with me. Certainly makes it easier.
Yeah.
When you have a good
And
common partner.
yeah, and even bigger shoutouts to our restreamer Space Rock, doing his first restream, being amazing. That's sadly an empty bottle.
Yep. The dreaded LMF bus key.
Oh, that's painful.
I need to check the statistical data on that chest, but I don't think it's very high based on it being a dungeon item.
Yeah.
and having a few item requirements.
Yeah, so far that's 3 bottles, 2 of them being an LMF.
Bruh.
Vanilla crystals. Thanks for nothing, Paro. Yeah,
He's got a
don't think
village.
you missed something. Yeah, like I don't think you missed anything, Featherblade. It seems like we're paying Malara a visit. Yeah. I get your space.
So unless there's only really like this check, and then like fund ahead. Obviously, there's the trial, but I don't think there's much we can benefit from that.
Yeah.
Unless it happened to be like a sword.
That's true.
So it's likely that we'll see Skinny D do this check, and then maybe elect to grab the 1000 sword on Beetle Shop, and then push Funhead, but he's probably just going to go back to LMF and bite the bullet.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Slingshot!
I think
That's
the 20
one
rupees
step
is more
closer
valuable.
to the mighty scatter shot.
The one time I can actually say that a junk item's more valuable than a progressive item. Like, come on, bro.
And also basically battles the small drag from Golden. Very nice. I would be surprised if Golden's not going to Elden basically straight away.
That is true. On Restream side, we do know that there really isn't much left.
Yeah.
But in saying that, he Golden Devil did get the Emerald Tablet though, so he's probably gonna pursue that region.
Yeah. Especially with Scale, a Beetle, and Bellows, I think you can basically full clear all of Farron except for... No, wait, you can even focus Silk Grounds except for Zelda's Blessing. Because we have both Harp and Ballad.
So that's a fair chunk of checks. I think that's like over 20 something checks.
Yeah, that would be like 11 in Main Farron, 3 in Seal Grounds, 8 in Floria. So that's like 22-ish checks.
Yeah.
And also 3 Gossip Stones. That would tell us, hopefully, some useful information.
There really isn't much in regards to sometimes hints that will help us though. I think there's like the dig spot in the Volcano Summit, Kikwi Alda. There's also the potential of getting a hint for the Shack Chest in Lanayru Sandsea. That might be good.
Yeah,
And
we'll definitely
obviously
get
the Triforce.
2 of those if we check all of the Gossip Stones in the seed, since it isn't always hint. We can also get another Fletch hint. That would be rather unfortunate to get, since we already know that it's dead. And as expected, Golden heading straight over to Elden for the Emerald Tablet on the Din's Silent Realm. And successfully gets a bit warp.
Oh, he didn't push the button on first visit. Yikes.
Skinny didn't even bit warp in the first place when he was in LMF the first time.
Oh, actually,
I
no,
guess-
you're right.
Since he went the shortcut chest way. So it's gonna be time for a first silent round. Woohoo.
Let's hope it's really early and I'll have to clear the whole thing. I don't really like Elden Trial. I'm gonna be for real, for real.
That is completely fair, yeah. Yeah, the bit warp doesn't get you anything except being able to hit the switch.
Unless you're gonna do some bit shenanigans.
Yeah.
No.
Unless you're being stupid in LMF.
I don't know. There's scenarios where Baller's can be good. I think it just really depends on the amount of pings and
Yeah.
like who your opponent is as well.
That also plays a factor in that, yeah.
In a weekly setting, though, I probably wouldn't be pursuing advantage through opponent-based weaknesses or
Yeah, absolutely.
routing decisions. We'll definitely see more of that coming into the tournament, I would believe.
Oh
The
yeah,
metagaming.
absolutely. And that's the Emerald Tablet in the trial.
Cool.
Not too bad of a location, especially since it's not trial reward. Oh. Almost stepping onto the waking water. Skinny now also getting his Rifles of Courage.
So it looks like Golden is pretty well ahead. Even doing LMF boss key, the amount
Yeah.
of time that Skinny has lost due to double dipping LMF has definitely caused a difference in time between the two. I think Skinny D has like extra Knight Academy and Skyloft advantage, but I don't think he got anything from it, so...
Might be. I think Golden has barely anything left in upper Skyloft, since he has done item from Colin and also rang the bell. So there would be only Zelda's Closet and Ghost of Pippin's Crystal left. I don't know if there's that much in Central that would be a difference between the two, but Skinny definitely did Melara over Golden.
Yes.
And we have behind the temple as a starting statue.
It's
Actually
good
pretty
that,
convenient. There's the Triforce hint for the LMF one.
That's actually a bit of a shame, because you were going to get that check anyway.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
so there's like no information learned.
Exactly. That's just basically just a hint that doesn't give you anything. Bloom.
I also do like from Golden's side that he pursued Farron Woods here, even though he had some checks on Skyloft. It's better for check density, and also
Yeah.
grabbing information to come here first instead of doing safety, grabbing items on Skyloft. What is Skinny doing?
Probably getting the Emerald Tablet,
Oh,
I would assume.
whoopsies. My bad.
All good, all good.
My brain does.
That happens.
One runner gets an item, and I'm like, alright, I don't need to remember that now.
That's what I'm there for. I've tracked so much. I have a feeling of what they might be doing in like the next 2 minutes. After that, I have no idea.
Oh my god, he's doing Marchi. No.
Yeah, we're setting up for Kikwis.
For context, I really don't like doing Kikwi Elder. It's really long. I mean, it's convenient because we have all the items to check around Barrenwoods, so you can sort of tie it in, but you could also just not do that and save like 4 minutes. So
Yep. Can just go gambling.
Since we're gonna get some hint stones, I feel like it's better to push your checks and hints than collecting all the Kikwis, but
Yeah, that's also what I would be doing, personally.
I think through the statistical seed analysis, it was like a 1 in 8 chance of it being something good, but the more later in the seed, you're obviously gonna find that these checks that have that percentage are gonna be slightly worse. So it's probably less valuable at the moment than perceived through the statistical analysis.
Yeah,
Because
also
we've
wild
obviously
that
got
Skinny
more
made it
items.
through that Guardian. Oh, and there's a last
Oh.
Triforce. We have all the Triforces before we got a single sword, by the way.
That's
We know about the existence of one, but we do not possess it yet.
that puts you in an awkward scenario, because we know that there's possibly required items in trials.
Yeah. Exactly. That's like one of my biggest fears all the time, when there are only possibly required items, but multiple of them. So I'm always fearing like, oh god, what if at least one or two of them are swords? Maybe checking his image, Golden maybe checking his inventory screen, maybe for some treasures to sell, like what he could sell, I think.
I feel like unless you want to pursue Thunderhead really early, it's probably better to check all of Farron, and until you get like a sword, maybe rush the trials, because you're still gonna need it one more sword. We also are looking for other progressive items to finish the seed, so we don't necessarily need to push for swords at the moment.
Yeah, that's true.
The only gained advantage by doing so would be pushing Thunderhead for the 3 checks, but I don't see that as very optimal unless you wanted to like do a little bit of a gambling.
Mm-hmm. That's Conslater. And a heart container. Which definitely will come in handy for Horde, I'd say.
Yeah, but Space Rock, he's the gambling guy. He's known. He's the guy that gambles. The gambers. I don't have to say anything. He'll do the gambles.
Leave him do it without just saying a word. It's in his blood to pursue the gambles.
The dopamine rush. Come on, guys. It's healthy. It's a healthy habit. Come on, guys. Back me up here. Come on.
European lava tunnel being dead is definitely a nice hint to get when you eventually get into ET. Oh, and those are lock
Oh.
limits. Alrighty.
So we now have somewhere to go if it's not a dungeon after Farron, because we can now push the Boko base potentially
That is true.
into Volcano Summit as
Once we get
well.
the claw shots, yeah. Yeah, as far as I know, we have no clue about the last key piece, where that might be. Since we
Because we've already
already...
resolved the path hint, yeah.
Exactly. Skull Path was already resolved with the one key piece we found on Lightning Node.
So as I talked about earlier, we're sort of in that point where check density is going to be the king right now, since we don't have a lot of information.
Yeah. The thing is, Robo, it won't do anything for Skinny, sadly. Even if he got the last tier. But I feel you, just leaving it alone like that. Alright, and we're also skipping the Deep Woods Gossip Stone.
I don't hate that play. Pursuing Deep Woods just for the hint, especially when there
Oh.
isn't really much of a value that we could get from it,
Yeah.
is probably a good idea. Especially because we can also get a duplicate hint, which wouldn't help us at all.
Exactly. And it's time for Great Tree the Vanilla Way. Just Scale and Bellows. Hooray. Also, I don't think we have seen a Gorko hint yet, did we?
No.
Okay, because I know that Golden skipped it. And Skinny does as well.
Unless we're misremembering, that's interesting.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's not a very long check to do, so...
Yeah. That would be hilarious. Entering Senshi, we just got a sword, leaving with TMS. Just 4 swords being there.
They talk about sword jewelry, they talk about swords and ballad, but they never talk about swords in Treasure Room.
How? Yeah, I was about to say, how about sword ship instead of sand ship? But yeah, imagine treasure room having 4 swords. You basically last location it, so you go on a whole of adventure. So it would basically be 4 swords adventures. Oh,
What?
that's
a weird.
another beetle.
Oh, it's a beetle.
That is
I
Queedle
couldn't-
action.
Yeah, that's nice for a Linear Sensei dip.
Yep. And some more monies. But yeah, speaking of the sensitive, where are our claw shots? Maybe in Boko Base, actually.
It's not even that bad of a seed right now, Space.
Yeah.
I don't see it yet. I can't. It's not a jet, but like, it's just, it hasn't really been a tough decision yet, I don't think.
Mm.
Oh, he's gonna,
Oh,
can that
we're doing Beetle
reach?
Warp.
I've actually
Yeah, that's
never
gonna make
done
it.
that before. Interesting. I learned something.
Yeah. Getting the Gossip Stone, since you cannot do the Cube Warp.
I mean, it's all, I think this is his last check he's gonna do, so it's actually kind of convenient to leave this to last.
Yeah. And it's Kikwi Elders!
Oh, nice. That's really
Yeah.
good.
Absolutely.
This is why we don't do Kikwis and we go for the hint. Happens every time, I swear.
Yeah. I also basically always put off Kikwis.
A lot of people used to say that you were crazy for doing that back in the day, and I did it in a weekly race ages ago, and the comms were talking mad smack about it because it ended up being a logically required hook beetle in FS. So I got punished for it. But it seems pretty
Okay.
commonplace now. So maybe
Yeah.
I was right all along. I'm just saying.
Yeah. The right thing to do, just at the wrong time.
Yep. I thought there was 2 more sometimes. But yeah, I don't think we've
Yeah, so
got any more.
far that should be everything in terms of sometime hints. Golden also grabbing the Gossip Stone and Thunderhead. Almost an hour after Skinny did.
Finally
And
getting
yeah,
his path hint.
Yeah, and the East Island chest did not ping.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, same space.
Base Rock is a logic reading right now.
Mhm. What I think would be really devious would be stuff like something is on Goddess Longsword reward that is hard bottlenecking us, but nothing on White Sword. So none of the swords can be hinted required if there are two more swords in trials. So in Skyloft Silent Realm and in Farron Silent Realm. I think that could be possible, actually.
Ooh, nearly died there on Skinny's side.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, he was actually setting up the death warp. His big brain. Okay, so it looks like Golan's gonna get that sword.
Yep. Yeah, with Piat Skip you can actually full clear Boko base. That's true. Alright, we are selling treasures. Alright, that's 80 rupees off of our sword.
Okay, he's now at 1,000. So we can go get our sword here.
Yep. Maybe I want to sleep today first, though. Otherwise, good luck with finding Beetle. But yeah, sleeping at Malara's house definitely works. And doing her at the same time.
So it looks like the advantage that Golden Devil had for not checking Central and most of Skyloft is starting to sort of diminish, and they're
Yeah.
sort of becoming at the point where they're at the same point in the seed.
Yeah, Skinny is getting closer to breaking even with Golden. Yeah, that's likely the case. Boko base the equalizer. Absolutely.
I'm not sure how confident either runner is in the P-hat skip or whatever. So it's pretty understandable if they don't want to go in there and have to be forced to double dip. Goblin base.
Golden also getting the slingshot.
Alright. Where will Skinny go?
Excellent question. I would not be surprised if he also goes to pick up his goddess sword, though.
I'm not sure how much money he has though.
He has 1k, exactly.
Oh, okay.
So he should have enough for the goddess sword.
Alright, an hour 32 minutes in, we have a goddess sword.
It's incredible. And now we're broke again.
Probably not. For these
Yeah.
settings, maybe. I don't know.
For these settings, I could definitely see it being a record, but yeah. Okay, and Golden is going for Poker Base, it seems. Or does he go for Summit? He is going for Summit. Okay. No, okay. He is actually going for Poker Base.
Yeah, I
I would
could
have been
validate
surprised
that
if he
play.
went for Summit, honestly.
Yeah, that would have been a little Pepega, I think, personally.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that, well, at least for me, I can do the P-hat skip, but it might be different for other people, so...
Yeah.
And knowing the 2 pings, was it, in Boko Base?
Yeah, I think so. At the very least 2. It might be more, depending on if Bone Ridge is pinging. Okay, Robert is definitely dead. And Bonebridge is actually dead, okay. So I think we're basically hoping for vanilla claw shots.
I think it'd be really funny to see another sword here, and then being forced to go to Thunderhead to get claw shots, but that's just
would
me.
be devious. But yeah, it would be funny to see, I have to admit. Could also just be a key piece, and we have to go
Yeah.
to ET.
Yeah, that's probably just
Oh
as
yeah, right, we
devious.
still have Ghost and Pippets crystals. With the cons that we got in Lake Floria. It's a bottle number 4. And Gordon is
And
definitely not happy about that.
yeah, sometimes it can be really hard to control the anger, but that's certainly one way to mitigate it.
Yeah. Just leave it out on that chest.
You let out the anger for a little bit and then move on.
Yeah.
Acknowledge it. That is a bit annoying.
Yeah, absolutely.
A crack! Oh no.
Thanks for spitting us in the face, Pippet. Wow.
He's doing early Zelda's room. That's crazy.
Early Zelda's room at 136.
What the
That's
heck?
wild.
He's trying to dodge the claws requirement
Yeah.
a little bit to get into probably Earth Temple.
At this point, I would honestly really think about just biting the bullet and searching like the trials
Yeah.
for a sword, maybe.
Oh, but they could go to Thunderhead. They could go for Thunderhead and
Yeah.
get the one item.
Oh wait, oh Gorko, right? We still haven't seen Gorko.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Will Gorko be our runner's salvation?
If this is something, I'm going to be asking both of them why
Oh,
they elected to
absolutely.
skip it.
Absolutely.
Because
It really doesn't take that long. And it's so on the way. Actually.
I'm praying that it's nothing, because that would put them quite far behind, at least outside of the restream,
Yeah,
when it comes to
the other runners.
the other runners that are playing in the weekly.
Okay, what's it gonna be? Oh my god!
No. Oh no, because they even checked top of Great Tree. Oh, bruh.
Okay, that's gonna be a question for the interview. Absolutely.
Oh no. Oh
Ugh,
boy.
that hurts to see.
That's
And now
if
you
I
can
was
now you can folk Boko base and
if
Sandship. No wait,
if
not
I was
Sandship because you're missing the whip.
if I was Golden Devil right now, I would be seething.
Yep.
So it looks like we will finally see a Sandship dip, most likely on Golden's end.
Yeah. Or at the very least Sansi. Or maybe even mine. Who knows? First, let's get some more hints. Skirbo has a sword.
Oh.
Swordship intensifies, I wanna say.
That's one sort of Sandship. Keep counting,
What
keep
if
counting.
whip chip? Oh, I like your thinking, Robo. And Shaq has a crystal pack. Wow. Yes, the sword was possibly required on Skirbo.
There isn't really much that could lock a sword to be required anyway.
Yeah. There is
If
one
we
ping
did
in
see
mine.
that though, I would be very inclined to push Fund ahead ASAP.
Yep. Could we just have both slots and whip off on ship? Absolutely. In the realm of possibilities. Not that likely, but absolutely possible. And I'm all here for potentially seeing it. Because oh boy, do I love runners suffer.
Damn, I'm like the complete opposite. I like thinking about it, but I don't like it happening. So, what were the pings here?
Definitely this one right here. And I think that might have been it, honestly. Oh well, there's like a next sword.
Ooh.
Alright,
All
so
my
one sword on
homies.
Skirbo. So we are one sword, a whip, and a key piece from no mode.
Oh, you're thinking we're gonna logically require a whip?
Yeah, true. Whip is not guaranteed to be required yet.
I think based off the fact that we're gonna need two small keys logically, I think it's gonna be a logical requirement, but it might not be actually required depending on
Yeah,
where the keys are placed.
that to be true.
Because there's only a few checks that you can get without the whip. So if there happens to be one small key within those checks, the seed will basically say, Oh, you have to get the whip, but you
Yeah.
could potentially skip it.
Really just to see what this Gossip Stone has to say, though it might just be another Shackend. Nope, it's just another Fletch copy.
What hint
Oh
stones are we
boy.
missing? Have we seen them all now?
We've seen the double Fletchend. I think we need to see one more Shackend though. But that might be on the Summit Waterfall.
Okay.
And we haven't seen the Skyloft Waterfall Island Gossip Stone as well.
Oh, true. So we got one sometimes hint left.
Yeah. Yeah, Scrivo I think was our 5th sometimes hint.
So it's not fixed in, like, you could potentially get more and less, but it's normally 6 sometimes hits.
And I
Depends
think
on
that would be
how.
+1 per Baron missing. So if there's, for
Yeah.
example, only one Baron region hinted by Phi, they would be 2 more sometimes hint to make up for it.
There's also case scenarios where you get barons that actually block certain sometimes hints to happen. So there could be an instance where you have like less than 6 sometimes hints, and in that case you'll get direct item hints on your hint stone instead.
Yeah.
I haven't actually thought about it very much, but there's probably only a few region baron scenarios where that can actually happen.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit of research I have to do post seed.
And Skinny is booking it towards Isle of Songs. That is 1 ping. That's only 1 ping in
One
treasure room.
thing.
Wow.
Okay. Hopefully that's a small key and not the boss key.
Yeah. Stern is also pinging. That is indeed a small key.
Okay, campers. Let's see what else is in Sandshare. Also, on Skinny D's side, if there's going to be anything good. Ah! That's
Well.
not.
Nothing on the God Assault reward.
How long is it going to be before Skinny D is forced into a bottleneck?
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see. Like, I feel like at this point, he should have basically nothing left other than Gorko. Yeah, it quite looks like Skinny is aiming to go to Pharaoh now. Yeah, and we'll get his
Here
claw
we
shots
go.
at Gorko.
He has bitten the bullet.
Exactly.
I mean, I applaud him for putting this off this long because he's technically pursuing an advantage, but you know, because he skipped it, he wants to collect everything outside of this check before coming back. So
Mm.
that can be really hard sometimes to do, and I want to commemorate that.
30 seconds, so Skinny blocks you on Discord. Oh boy.
That's a big arrowhead. Oh no.
Oh. Oh, we have to save and quit to reset the goddess wall. Unfortunately.
I've been starting to draw the triangle in the arrow because I don't trust the line anymore.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. Okay. I completely forgot about that we didn't have God Assault the first time we came here. Yeah, okay,
Oh,
then it absolutely
bro.
makes sense that they didn't do Gorko. That was a brain fart on my end.
I apologize.
Yeah, likely.
Ooh.
Yeah, thanks a bunch for telling us, Robo.
I feel like unless you pushed early money, yeah, I'd say so. So that's, I feel like most people are going to be in this scenario then. Damn, I feel bad for saying what I said like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, same.
It's something that can happen, like, we don't catch it on comms side, but if we were running the seed, we would have definitely caught it.
Mm. Okay. So whip is... Wait, I think the whip locks another small key for, I think, vanilla boss key.
Yes. In this scenario, you... Ooh, I don't agree with grabbing Skirvo. Only because there's a trick to get this chest. So since you know that the small key is in treasure room, you could potentially skip doing the whole thing by just grabbing the boss key and then doing the trick to spawn the chest and then doing a high flip.
Mm. Yeah. Though I would doubt that...
He might not
most
know
of them...
that. He might not
Yeah.
have concluded that this has to be boss key.
Yeah, true. Otherwise, Golden wouldn't have saved.
Oh, and for future reference, there's a save statue literally right there.
Yeah.
So, although I guess saving a Skirvo isn't the worst either, because you can just reset.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal. I'm starting to try and think where whip would actually be.
Oh wait,
That's
it's
the-
a key
wait.
piece.
Oh. So we've missed a check somewhere. Oh, Stern. Has he done Stern?
Stern was a crystal pack.
Oh,
What
okay.
about did we ping 4-door? Because I don't think we really did.
I thought that was the first thing he did. I'm so confused.
Yeah, basically has to be at this point.
There was definitely one ping in treasure room.
Yes. Though I think it was only one. And judging
Ah,
by
so
Golden running here, this should be another key. Yeah. Okay, so the
oh,
boss
so
key
it's
is on
actually the
treasure
boss
room.
key. Ah.
Whip is hard required.
See, I thought he already checked this on entry, but I guess I just didn't see that.
Yeah.
Ah, well. No, no whipless, I guess.
Nope, absolutely not.
It puts you in an interesting scenario. Do you do your Skervo, or do you just leave it for when you have to come back?
That's a good question, honestly.
Looks like Golden's setting up the generator,
Yeah.
which is perfectly fine. It just means when he comes back, he can do the whip lock checks.
Exactly.
It's also kind of convenient because when he comes back, he can just shoot this boat and then go back down.
Yeah,
To have a
true.
little shortcut. It's actually really good. Not call, but routing decision by Golden.
Absolutely.
Because I definitely would have just thought of leaving straight away, but
Yeah. And Golden is headed towards Skirvo at this point. The thing is, if you did backwards mines early with the Death Warp, or just backwards mines in general, you could have gotten Goddess Sword very early. Or rather early. So you might so there would be a possibility for other runners to actually get the claw shots on Goko way earlier than most others would.
yeah, exactly. So those early mines play, like the backwards mines players, really popping off again.
Yeah. That would have been really big payout.
It was really good too because we had the hook beetle, so there was actually a way of continuing to get the other chest if was pinging, which that was the case.
Yeah. The unfortunate part is even that Golden was going for backwards mine, but failed it the first time.
Yep. So it's likely Skinny will also push Sandship.
Yeah. Quite looks like it.
Bro's giving a live critique on Skinny D's music pack.
Yeah. True.
You guys should be thankful that I don't have my music pack anymore. It was actually so bad.
I just use completely randomized music of the vanilla game. And actually, Skinny is going for pirates.
I found that the custom music pack was restricting me too much, so I ended up just making it vanilla instead.
That is completely fair and reasonable. Can't wait for Whip to be in pirates, honestly. Let's say if you're looking from the dock, the right rupee pillar, rupee.
Bruh, insect cage. Oh
All right.
boy.
Would have been nice to get that earlier. Okay, it was not on the right one. And
Is there
I don't
something
know
on the
what
left?
Skinny wants it.
And I thought it was a sword, but I can't
It
really
looked like
tell.
a sword, yeah. It is a sword, actually. Okay. That means we are whipped from no mode. Actually, because we know about all of our we know about enough swords to be on Master Sword. We have access to ET and can also full clear it. Only thing we're missing is the whip for the boss key on Treasure Room. So Golden Wit will hit Master Sword right here.
So it's really just gonna come down to who finds that whip first. But Golden
Yeah.
does have at least the generator set up, so he'll have a small amount of execution advantage.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I
And
think
Skinny
after
will also have to
Sensi,
collect Skirbo's sword, so...
yeah, I think after Sensi, you could either go into Thunderhead for the White Sword reward, or you could just book it straight to ET and full clear it.
It depends where the other swords are.
Yeah.
I think so. So that would
Logically,
make
I
me...
think so,
Oh.
Uh,
It depends on if that's actually in the trial. If there's one in a trial, then no. But if there isn't, then yes.
yeah. For example, if the last sword turns out to also be in Pirates, then absolutely.
We're basically just...
Anywhere
If we see a
other than in the
sword...
trials.
Yeah. I don't know, it's kinda... It's just not the easiest gamble to really push when you had other things to do, you know? Like, you had all of Farron to check, but I guess that was the last place they were before checking the Hintstone.
Return of the Gratitude Crystals.
Alright, so where will Skinny D go? I assume he's just gonna go to Pirate Stronghold.
You mean Descent Ship?
No, because he doesn't have whip.
Yeah. But he cannot go to Pirate's Fortress when he's already to Pirate's Stronghold when he's already in Pirate's Stronghold.
Oh, I meant Skipper's Retreat.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Even though there's only one check that he can logically access.
Alright, it seems like we got a bet for the whip. If you have any educated or maybe less educated guesses, put them in the chat by typing !bet and then your guess on where the whip might be.
If you want some insight, do not pick the trials that we already know, and it's probably Earth Temple. It could also just be on Beetle's
I'll say
crystals.
Lunator's trial.
You are a gambling man. I like that. I like that gamble.
Worse than that, I'm a monster because I think that's basically the worst possible spot for it to be in. Unless ET is just unhinted Baron. But yeah, the best bet for most people is just gonna be an ET.
It's got the most checks.
Exactly.
Gratitude crystals, Chirras.
Yeah. I appreciate your trust in the gratitude crystals, even though Bithrow has literally nothing for us. And Golden is making his way towards ET.
Yep, pretty
So that
standard.
will likely conclude where our whip is.
I feel like this is pretty much the optimal choice in Golden's view.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
since you're also pushing progression.
Yep.
By going into ET. Since
I'm
there's
actually
required buffs
currently
anyway.
writing a guide to SSR, and one of the topics that comes up is general routing guide. So like how you should route the seed, and one of those is like when to know to pursue certain routing styles, and one of those is progression routing. Generally, I believe it's the default unless you have information from like hints, but that also then becomes progression. So
yeah,
when you're always faced with information or the ability to clear a dungeon or find a boss key, it's pretty much always
the
optimal
mighty
to go.
scanner shot.
It's pretty much always good to pursue that straight away, even if it meant double dipping, but in this instance, we're going to full clear anyway, so...
Also, Space, I think you should probably start to close the bet, now that we're in ET.
Oh, was it still open?
It is still open, yeah. Oh, that was close. Okay, We have at least 2 pings that I could see already.
Love boss keepers again.
Yeah, one of them is likely just gonna be the boss key.
Hear me out, hear me out. It's just gonna be a gratitude crystal pack. I'm gonna be for real.
That is
We don't have them
honestly
all.
not too unlikely. And there's Whip. And EG.
That puts Golden in go mode.
Yep.
How's it going? We have one runner now in go mode, so there's that.
Yep.
We
and there's the
had.
dragon sculpture.
Ooh, cool.
So you can even isolate, just head straight over to Skuldera, do the Pegs RBM. Peg is louder than words. Yeah, we had hard required Gorko Deceit.
Yep.
With claw shots, we went a whole 1.5 hours without God of Sword. And we had 3 swords locked by claw shots so far.
We also concluded that the boss key's in treasure room, so it made whip required as well. Yeah. These are the new fungeons.
These are the new fungeons.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. Having Earth Temple key pieces really does make it a bit of a fungeon, but I still think the worst fungeon combos is Sandship FS and LMF, so
Yeah. Funnily enough, by replacing Sandship with Ancient Cistern, it basically makes my favorite dungeon combo.
okay, thankfully Golden pressed A there.
Yeah.
I was a bit worried. That should do pegs. Yep. Those who aren't aware, he was on
and
the...
there we got the cutscene.
Yeah.
Skyby LMF's AC is also a nice combo. I think I just really like the combination of LMF and AC.
So it looks like unless
Oh,
Golden has
barely
some
running out of stamina.
drastic time loss, it will probably be a win on restream side for Golden.
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to be really uncomfortable with certain dungeons, but you know, after you like play the game so much, it doesn't really matter. I feel like I've seen the worst of everything. So
that's true.
It's like, oh guys, Skyview's really easy. But then, you didn't have your mitts. You didn't have a goddess sword. Like, and then AC, it's like, suddenly claw shots are required because of key logic. Or
Mm.
I don't know. It's just insane.
Alright,
Though I
and it's gonna be time for
do.
our favorite spicy meatball.
Oh, yo. Insane that I do enjoy the dynamics of the different dungeons and how different they are.
Yeah. Aw, dang, the stunlock. From both the Technoblin and the BMOs. Alright, time for Scaldera. With Master Sword. Should be a rather quick fight. Skinny also getting his final key piece. So he can also go into ET. And that is all Spicy Meatball slain with the knife of the goddess.
The knife, bro. This isn't practice sword. It's not a butter knife.
Listen, I want to make a food joke, okay? Just let me be. But yeah, knife would be the more fitting term for practice sword.
I feel like you could skewer.
Torpedo on the heart
Nice.
container.
I feel like you could skewer the meatball with the master sword more than
Yeah, true.
make a kebab, a spicy kebab that isn't oh, imprisoned. God,
Yeah.
that's an old meme. For those who are unaware, there is a meme involving the boss that we used to have enabled in S1 for the imprisoned. But I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember it. The origin of it. It was like
Dang.
someone said something about hotting the spile, and then someone replied with like the skewing the kebab or something. I don't know. It was just. It's too long
Dang.
ago. It's too old.
Dang.
Okay. I'm glad that you're here to confirm that.
Yeah, no, when Season 1 was running, I wasn't even in any randomizer community.
Oh, really? You weren't
Yes.
even in ROT and Wingmaker? I think you do ROT, if I'm... You can
No,
correct me.
I don't do OT actually.
Oh, okay. I'm getting you confused with someone else. That's okay.
Maybe Skinny or Tenjo.
Yeah.
Skinny or Tenjo.
Yeah, definitely.
And also GG's to our very first finisher, that being AJ. With a time of 2:16:47.
Alright. Here we go. The Sandship Gauntlet.
Last
Golden
dungeon
now has
of
to
the game.
finish. I wonder if he'll do. Oh, he only has 25 crystals. So he's not gonna do
Nope. No tentacle skip.
Tentacle skip. That. I mean, it doesn't really matter between these two runners, but that could potentially be the time difference in a snipe.
Yeah, likely.
We still have 3 runners off restream that haven't finished.
Yep. Really interested in what order they'll finish.
It's a bit hard to tell, really. Without, I
Yeah.
have not been looking, nor that I would, but
That
it
is
could
true.
really be anyone's game
Yeah.
here. It'd be really nice for Golden to get second or third place because he would get so much points from it.
Yeah, though I don't think Golden, or probably none of the racers really care
No,
about the race time points.
no one really values it at the moment.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And also, Skinny has also picked up the Mighty Scatter Shot. So, prediction-wise, no one actually won anything.
that means
On
everyone
Channel
won.
Gamba.
No one lost, which means everyone wins. Have fun.
Yeah.
You return points. There is no winner and there is no loser.
And there is the boss key. The squid carving.
Nobody thought this would happen.
But yeah, it was really smart by Golden to save at the bird statue near the boss door, since that allows him to just death warp right back. And thanks a bunch for the raid, AG. And GG's again on first place.
Congrats on the seed completion.
Yeah, we currently have Golden in go mode, just about to enter the Tantalus fight. And Skinny being very close to getting his whip.
Is go mode for the seed as well. Nah, I think mostly because of the Corko placement of claw shots. That's probably the worst thing.
Yeah.
I assume Adri, you suffered as well, but you can confirm that.
Your rolling is cursed. I'm very tempted to see what kind of shenanigans you'll be rolling in bracket space.
Oh, true.
Since, like I said, brackets will start up rather soonish, and I think like about 2 weeks, maybe 1 week. I don't know. But the qualifiers will be unavailable pretty soon, in a few days.
Yeah, so I will remind everyone, if you have not done it yet, get them done. You can get them done in like I guess 1 a day if you started now. So
Yeah, the deadline is on Friday at around I want to say like 8 p.m. Central European time or 2 p.m. Eastern. and I'm not quite sure what it translates to Australian time.
I think it's just 6 a.m. Saturday.
Okay.
Those, everyone is welcome to enter, and even if you don't make top 16, the more people that we have could potentially mean that we have a challenge cup, which would be cool for
Exactly.
everyone else that didn't qualify.
You've got nothing to lose if you enter, and even if you don't make top 16, you'll still get matched with runners that are probably a bit closer to your skill level in the Challenge Cup. That is if we get at least 24 runners that all agree to partake in the tournament.
It's a bit hush-hush at the moment who's participating, unless someone's publicly said that they've done all their qualifiers. It's hard to know how many we've got at the moment.
I mean, I can say I have done all of my qualifiers rather
Well, I can
recently.
say I have not. So.
Yeah. Still got a few days.
Yep. Been busy at the moment with other things, but I
That
will
is
definitely
completely fair.
I'll definitely get onto it. Yeah, pretty much. That's also the last day I could have actually done it, so in regards to my schedule.
I see.
Yeah, I'm excited for the tournament. I really don't know who's going to qualify, and there's a lot of really good runners up
Oh,
outside the top players, so it's really anyone's game.
Yeah,
And I'm
pretty
actually
much.
quite nervous going into the qualifications.
Yeah. I think my goal will just
Results.
mainly be to not go out with 3 losses back to back. We'll see about that. And a very beautiful second snipe shot on Tantalus by Golden.
Representing the blowing of Tennis on his end
Yep.
as well. Love to see it, love to see it.
Don't you even have a special emote dedicated to that?
Oh yeah, I do actually. Guys, look at this. Look at the chat. Look at the chat right now.
It is
That's
glorious.
Alex. That's Alex um, blowing Tennis. He was the first person to ever blow Tennis and kill him. So
It is absolute glory. I love it. That's completely fair, yeah. I didn't really as well.
I think it really adds to the capture, to be honest.
Yep.
To be fair, Tennis is the main focus of that emote, so
That's
I
why
do not
Tantalus is so
blame you.
big.
Humongous.
Exactly. And Golden now making his way over to the Seal Grounds, where Skinny has finished his business with the spicy meatball. And will soon make his way over to the giant squid to finish up the buffet.
I think going into the interview for at least Golden Devil, we should be discussing things like what he felt like when he had to get the claw shots on Gorko, missing out on the sword in Mines. What else could we talk
Yeah.
about?
Probably just general thoughts on the seat.
Maybe that and the whip and the sand ship stuff, but
Yeah.
and probably the sword on 1,000. But other than that,
Yeah. I mean, the early game was pretty bottlenecky, or like rather linear.
Skinny, yeah, Skinny can do Tenor skip.
Exactly. Skinny has more than 30 crystals.
Though I don't think he set up a bit magic file, so
Nope, he did not.
unless he sets one up with a setup file instead, it's likely he will not be doing a Tenor skip.
Yeah. I'm trying to get into the habit of at least creating the magic file for Sandship and
Sandship.
probably like either LMF or Fire Sanctuary seeds. Like in combination with Sandship.
Yep. I think Sandship's always good to have a bit magic file.
Yeah. Can also be rather useful if you have a corrupt file as well for ET. For
It's also
the
good
bridge
for
up.
Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah, for
The
Fire
corrupt
Sanctuary as
file.
well.
There's some utility that you could have in Skyview with an Upper Academy bit warp, but what?
Yeah.
When are we
I
gonna
mean,
do that?
basically, when do trial RBMs ever come up right now? Since they cannot be hinted at all with the comprehensive hints. Okay, will we see an attempt of Horde Skip? Ah! I think angle was good, but the Moblin was a bit too far away from the barrier.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I wasn't watching his setup. I don't know if he rolled or if he just walked.
I think he just walked, but I'm not quite sure as well.
I tend to struggle with walking into that
Yeah, I
cutscene.
usually roll into the cutscene as well.
Though, if the Bokos with the bombs don't spawn, I tend to have a bit of a problem because I don't know where to
Yeah.
roll.
Exactly. Same for me. I never had that happen until... Yeah.
I've
I
had
never
that
had
happen twice.
for now yet.
I've had it happen twice in a race and once off a race, and
Oh,
I've only
dang.
gotten Horde Skip once in that scenario,
Oh,
and
dang.
that was off a race. That was in like practice, and I was like, oh god damn it.
Yeah. Alright. We are past the blue Bokoblin barrier.
Surprisingly,
Oh,
no one's finished yet either, so Golden
I
Devil
am
still can get
very
second.
surprised by that, honestly.
Go Golden. Let's get a
Absolutely.
second on Restream. I'm all for it.
Yeah, it seems like it's really close.
I'm trying to
For the
think.
podium.
I'm trying to think where you could have got stumped in terms of routing though, to not be in Golden's position right now.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
guess if
if
you did what Skinny did, but
Could be. Maybe if you just skip the Sword and Sandsea for some reason, although that wouldn't really make sense for my thinking.
oh, actually no, I think you're right because
Maybe if you just go Sandship and
straight to
immediately dip out for
progression.
ET.
Yeah,
I could see that, yeah.
And then maybe you was decided the trial was better based off
Yeah,
the hints from the comprehensive songs. So maybe that's where Golden Devil might be ahead.
that is very well possible, yeah.
Because we don't know where the other sword is on Restream side, so
Exactly. We have not even seen the Thunderhead checks on Longsword and White Sword. Yeah, Skinny also know with his boss key and heading over to the boss door to face the giant octopus, squid, whatever. Tantalus.
yeah, I mean the sword placements and the whip placements being so late definitely created a lot of variance. Sledgen has gotten the snipe in second though.
Ooh, GG's.
GG's.
234-11.
It looks like Golden could still get third place here though, which would be really good for him.
That is very well possible, yeah.
So I'm holding out. I'm holding out for the hero that is Golden Devil.
So am I. That
Nice.
is phase 2 done of G3. And we're entering phase 3.
I get nervous with having a shield in this section of G3. Sometimes it just does a shield input instead of slash. Like a spin
Yeah.
attack, sorry.
For me, it usually works really well after I'm doing the parry, that I immediately input a spin attack, because Girahim will always block in that in the direction, so that you get one spin attack in.
That is true.
Which is really
Alright.
nice.
And now we got the Denise fight here.
Yep.
Looks like we're probably going to do a standard shield strats here, which is pretty quick.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
for phase 1, and that's phase 1
That's phase 1
complete.
done. Very nice.
So we still got that third place here.
Yeah.
Is it gonna happen?
Come on.
Come on, Golden. Alright, he's
Very
good, he's good,
nice.
he's good.
Get.
Yep, he's getting rid of the shield. Yep, yep.
Gets the Skyward Strike charge. Gets stab,
Oh,
and it's GG.
it's
for
GG.
Golden.
Nice. Good
Finishing
stuff,
up
Golden.
in third place.
Let's go. That's huge for him. That's crazy. Huge for the restream. Huge for Golden. Let's go.
Just very big all around.
Well done. Well
Absolutely
done.
incredible.
Hopefully we'll get to see him come for an interview and we can congratulate him collectively as the restream and the chat.
Yeah. That would be so great.
Golden. Hello, GG's in the chat.
Also in the waiting room. I'm honestly just gonna pull him in now. GG's on third
GG's.
place.
That. So I know what I did that other people didn't do. like I figured out when I went to Sandchip and got the ET key. My guess is a lot of people put Sandchip off. I'm just gonna start with that because I feel like that was the play that probably beat Oni and some other people. Because I don't know. Do you guys have questions, or do you want me to explain why I did that?
No, I think that's pretty standard. I actually think the thing that pushed you ahead was your sword, like your final sword. Because
Was
I reckon
getting-
most people.
that maybe after when some people could have dipped Sandship as well for the first time. But maybe after they got the final key piece, they could have just said, "Okay, I'm not going to finish the rest of Sandsea. I'm going to go to ET directly." And maybe
right.
they didn't get the sword on pirates.
Yeah, I just figured I'm here in Sandsea, and coming back here is going to be a pain. And
Yeah.
so I was like, I'm just going to go check it because I have Quick Beetle I can douse. When I got that sword, I was like, okay, so I don't have to come back to Skippers because that's whip locked. And then when I found the whip on that first chest in Earth Temple was the whip, and I was like, okay, this feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I probably prioritized getting money for that beetle, the Beetle 1000. Like, there's a point where I was like, am I going to go into Fair and Trial just to get a wallet? And then I realized, like, no, I'm finding enough money. I can sell some treasure. That was
Definitely.
rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to do
delayed.
Throwback.
It delayed your claw shots as well. That sword. But we don't know on Restream where the other sword is. It could be located in a trial.
Could be
Yeah, it could be Thunderhead. Could be well, I don't know. Did Skinny D do Thunderhead in Boko Base?
Only to the basically as much as you did.
Yeah.
So only up until the bottle in Boko Base, because both of you didn't have claw shots at that time.
It's possible that. Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So possibly that sword in Beetle could have been the logically required sword. It all really depends on if the swords are located in the trial. Because I think beyond that, there isn't a place where it could be placed even earlier. So.
Yeah, I mean, I was just really worried because I didn't have Goddess Sword, and I was like, I might need Goddess Sword just to beat a dungeon. So I'm gonna go get this. Like, when I need money, I go out of my way to get chests that don't ping because I don't want to have to do Thrill Digger and I don't want to have to sell treasures. And it's risky to do that, but I learned in Remlets early on, routing in stuff that doesn't ping for money can be really useful. And then knowing immediately that I had to get 1,000, like, maybe I should have saved the song on 600 that was nothing, but I just didn't even think about it. Yeah, so I have done the ET Bridge RPM twice before. I was a little nervous, and I was like, you know what? Let me try it. I was very happy when I got it, because I have not practiced that very much.
Yeah, that looked pretty well done as well when you did that.
Yeah, I forgot which NPC I had to talk to, so I'm like quickly looking it up when I got inside Academy.
That's why you were standing still. I assumed that, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Pipit, but if I get this wrong, I could mess it up.
Yeah, don't worry. I've gone in there once and talked to Fledge, and I'm like, what? It just didn't work? I'm like, oh, wait, it's Pipit.
Yeah, so I was like pretty sure, but I just wanted to look it up.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then, like, when I got into Horde and Oni and Sledge hadn't finished, I was just feeling really good. Because I was like, okay, I've been losing races to these guys by 30, 35 minutes. I've raced Jim and Jaznix, and I've been losing by 45 to 50 minutes to them or Yal. So like, just being 2.5 minutes behind Sledge was really exciting, and then seeing how the seed played out, it makes sense why I beat Oni and beat some other people. But even so,
It's
I
a win,
was
bro.
really surprised.
We take those.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
The last couple of races I've done have been a little demoralizing, and so this was really nice.
Yeah.
Looks
good
like Skinny got
confidence
horde
boost.
skip, according
Yeah,
to chat.
Skinny got
Yep.
very close hard skip, I think.
Yeah, that's a trick I have not bothered trying to learn.
Yeah, I think you tried during
I
the
kind of
race.
YOLO'd it, but I was not.
Yeah.
I saw the bomb there, and I was like, "This is not going to happen." And if I don't get it, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have
The angle
practiced.
on the Moblin was good.
Yeah, I just don't know how to do it. Like, I've never practiced it, and I haven't sat down, and it's not something I consider that important, especially because I figured out kind of how to do the phases of Horde better, which is where I was losing. Like, phase 1 was where I was losing a lot more time.
Yeah. It's also a rather difficult phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with Master Sword instead of Team S.
Where you just pounced on the cat bokolins. But yeah, one thought we also had when we saw all those swords was especially for the sword in mine, since I think you tried to do backwards mine rather early-ish.
Yeah, I tried it once. I was like, I haven't done this, and I don't know how to do it, but I'm here. If I lose 15 seconds, so be it. Yeah. Although backwards mine would not have gotten me that chest, so...
Yeah.
There is a trick to get the chest. You can like get the beetle through the wall and then remove like the what's the thing you put the bomb in, so
it was
the wall falls.
Yeah, it wasn't a trick that that's not a trick I knew how to do.
I
literally was just like, I'm here, I have the bomb bag, I have half a heart, let me just try this if I can get it. And I did not get it, but
yeah. For future reference, I find that placing the bomb down as quick as possible is the way to go, and then do a sideward spin attack. And I find that the first entry, you might miss the beat input, so giving it another go on a second entry is...
Yeah, it's like I said, I kind of YOLO'd it. I have never tried it before. And it was literally just like, hey, I'm here. I'm going to try and do the Death Warp version that Sydney found because I had half a heart.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that you were in that scenario.
I'm trying to think of like other things. I was really glad I went to the Deepwoods Stone.
Yeah.
Because when I got Quick Beetle, I was like, oh, I'm going to do this just so I know that like, if this is Kikwis or if this is something in Sandship, it'll be useful. I definitely, when I went to Lower Boko Base, I was debating going up to Summit, and I'm glad I didn't do that, because Summit... I was, like, wondering, is the Summit dig spot going to have claw shots? Because that would be terrible.
Yeah.
Now I'm forgetting, where were claw shots?
Gorko.
Okay.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, I think that spot was really rough, especially
because that was maybe hard locked behind the Beetle 1000.
Yeah,
that's what
exactly.
we're thinking as well, since we have no information about the last sword and where that could be. So if it turns out that the last sword was not in one of the trials, then it was definitely hard required. But yeah, once both of you went to Farron, we were like, okay, why are they not doing Gorko? The thing is, we forgot that neither of you had got a sword, and that you would actually need got a sword to even get the check. So if
Yeah.
you're rewatching the restream, we rambled about that for quite some time until Robo pointed out that mistake in our thinking.
Yeah, I knew that, and that was another reason why I was like, I just need to get this sword, because there was the path. I figured out the path to Teneless was probably Ballad. And so I kind of knew, okay, wait, I need to actually go back for the Ballad lock things, and one of them is Gorgo.
Yeah.
Because Ballad was in Eldin.
Yeah.
As like, it's not any of these other things, so.
Exactly. And also GG's till Skinny, finishing
Yeah,
with
GG's.
a 248.21.
If he's coming in for an interview, I will hop out and let him chat. But because I don't want to monopolize the interview time. But
no worries.
yeah, I don't have anything else. If you guys don't have any other questions for me.
No, I can't think of anything.
Don't think I have to mention.
But
Well,
congratulations anyway. That's really good for you. I'm really happy for you, Golden.
Yeah, thank you.
Again on the race.
And I see Skinny's in the waiting room, so I'm gonna hop out. Thanks everyone for the restream.
You're welcome.
No
Have a good
worries.
one. All right, then I guess I'll get Skinny here and with us. GG, Skinny.
GG's.
Jeez.
How do you feel, buddy?
Absolutely awful.
Oof.
Uh,
Walk us through.
I think that was contender for worst seed of the season so far. That was like top 2 for me.
Classic space seed, I guess.
That
If I want to be mean.
was insane.
But
Alright.
yeah. What how about we talk about LMF? What made you wanna go for, like, continue to go into LMF? Just for knowledge and maybe trying to get an important check out of logic?
Yeah, I guess so. Ezra was just like, I got boss key early. I was like, I could beat this right now. I have the knowledge to do it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say it bit me in the butt, but it kind of did bit me in the butt because I had to go back in there anyways. Because there was like 5 pinging checks in there. There was boss key, spike maze, first crawl space, Armos, which is only 4. I don't know why I said 5. Then yeah, it was just kind of.
Yeah.
I think it went all downhill after that. So.
I mean, it was a logical bottleneck because of the item placement. Like, you were forced to go back there.
Yeah.
With Bellows anyway, so you were always gonna have to go back there no matter what.
Yeah,
But
true.
I think there is the aspect that you lose a little bit of time because you have to go back and not chain it in with completing the dungeon, but I mean, I thought that was a pretty safe gamble. It just happened that Bellows was literally in the other 50-50 scenario of deeper Elden, so like, it's just, it's whatever. Like,
yeah.
If the Bellows was later in logic, then you probably would have been a bit more rewarded, but because it was literally right there, it's like, yeah.
It was just over.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
and
also,
then my search for clip shots was immaculate.
Yeah.
That was the only thing holding me back. I was going to cry, dude.
Yeah,
And
that
then
plot location was really devious. Honestly. Especially since basically everyone went to Farron with just practice sword, and you were able to
Yep.
full clear everything except for Goku.
Yep, that was awful, dude. Okay, wait, was there a sword in boss key room of LMF?
No,
no.
that was
Oh,
not.
that's so bad.
That was just a bottle.
Okay, good.
There's
God, that's
potentially
so
a
bad.
You
sword.
gambled correctly.
Yeah, there's potentially a sword in one of the trials that were hinted for an extra item. But
Oh,
we
true.
don't know.
Yeah.
But we have no
and
confirmation about that.
you could have done backwards mines if you wanted to get a sword a little bit earlier in logic, but out of logic. But other than that, I think you would have been forced to double dip Farron. Sorry, Sealed Grounds for that check. So
For
I
that
think a lot of
check, yeah.
runners in the weekly suffered because of that.
That's so bad. Only a space seed, dude. Only a space seed.
It's true.
Gonna
It's
be
true.
exciting to see what monstrosities will get rolled once the brackets start.
The new memes that will come through S3. Oh
I
boy.
can't wait. I'd love it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think that's all I had to say. That was. I almost said that was a fun seed. That was not a fun seed.
Well, alrighty. I think I'm also out of stuff to talk about, personally. I don't know, do you still have something, Space? Not Space, Pack, sorry.
Oh,
I
sorry.
already... It happened the last 3 stream when both of you were on restream, and it still didn't get out of my head till now. What the F? God dang it.
No, I don't think I have much else to say either. GG Skinny, even though the
GGs.
unfortunate mishap. I guess Space Rock can take it away.
Yeah. So thank you to all our wonderful volunteers. Thank you to Cube David and Pack for commentating. Amazing commentary, and thank you to Vibrant Viola and Echo for diligently tracking that really weird seed, after which Skinny D is probably going to block me any minute now. But I really appreciate everybody coming to the restream, which was my first restream. And thank you to everybody for bearing with me, figuring everything out. But I am excited to do more. Usually Golden talks about what's next on ZSR schedule here, but I don't really know how to check that right now.
I can check a bit of stuff.
We have
No.
season
Okay.
3 fall happening, and they're gonna.
Oh yeah, well while Cube's pulling that up, yeah, of course. So if you enjoyed what you saw, the season 3 tournament is about to open, as Pack and Cube have mentioned. So if you're even a little bit interested in Skyward Sword or the randomizer, you have until Friday this week to play the qualifier seeds, and even if you don't feel that you're good enough to potentially get into the top 16 bracket, we will try our best to have a challenge cup for anybody else who. All you have to do to get into that is just play a qualifier, provided that we get at least 8 runners in that. So so come by the SSR Racing Discord and feel free to ask any questions. And we look forward to seeing you.
Yep. Alright, I have a schedule pulled up. There will be an OOT Randomizer Season 8 match coming up in about 20 minutes on ZSR main between Hyper and Flea. And I think the next races will be on ZSR will be on Tuesday. So far, nothing for tomorrow.
All right. In that case, let me see if we can raid some other ZSR channels, maybe, or.
Don't think anything's live yet.
No one's live. Okay, yeah.
We have Gymnast. We have Tanjo. He's a pretty well known.
Oh sure. Yeah.
Also play Skyward Sword. Not this time, but like not right now. But generally did play Skyward Sword.
Yeah, we could raid into Gymnast, I believe. Tanjo. Let me see. Yeah, Tanjo's doing OTR, so let's raid into that. Maybe, I don't know if I can do raids on him. Should be able to.
Already did that for you.
Oh, it's with the exclamation point. Okay. I was trying to use the slash command, but that's not yet.
No worries.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all again, and I will see you all later.
Have a good one.
And thank you,
Goodbye.
everybody. Have a good one. Okay.